took off.
Wow.
I think there's just so many myths that, are untrue.
Yeah. So many misconceptions too. Like one of the more important topics too that you cover in the film. Obviously, I'll try to relate to the film and not give too much away because I would also like people to watch it because I think that your storytelling is so brilliant. But one of the things that I feel like is pretty important is that a lot of the people that were hunting the wolves, mostly the common factor was that they did it either out of vengeance or novelty because it wasn't um, something that was available. And I think it's important for listeners to know is that this is very much connected to wolves being on the Endangered Species Act.
Yes, and once they got off this, the whole film is kind of like started with in the wolves were delisted in 2021 January, and then they had right away the debate of hunting them because in Wisconsin you have Act 169 that says when the wolves are not on the endangered species list, they shall be hunted. The DNR doesn't even have a choice, and though the DNR runs it, there it's a law that says, okay, you
Right.
have to hunt them. So the DNR at that time said, well, let's wait. Why don't we wait and do all of this in the fall? Then they got sued by Hunter Nation, fringe hunters. When I talk fringe hunters, I talk about a small minority that are vocal, very loud, and, they think the wolf has to be hunted. And those are the ones, not the ethical hunters. Those are the ones that the fringe hunters that are in control of the airwaves. And so they sued the state because they said, no, we want to hunt him now. So you're looking at February. You're looking at, they just got delisted. You're looking at February. The thing that I had the worst problem with is as a somebody that tracked wolves for all of these years, I know that in January and February they're beginning their breeding season. So they're very territorial. They're very protective of their territory and of their mate, and they're doing this. And that's when they wanted to hunt them. So they threw together this hunt, like you saw in the film. They talk about
Yeah.
it was hastily put together, and they said, okay, we're going to hunt the wolves, and they used dogs to go in there. It lasted like 3 days, and they closed it because they went over their quota. And some of these hunters that are the hounders, the Wisconsin Bear Hounders Association, they want to hunt wolves, and so they use their dogs. And that's where I think there's a little bit of revenge there because they run their dogs on bear, and during the certain times of the year, the wolves have their pups in a rendezvous site. And
Yeah.
at that rendezvous site, that's where they leave a babysitter, but these dogs run through that site. So here comes mom and dad and just, rips apart that dog like kills him because you're not supposed to be near our pups. We're going to defend them. So
Right.
there's that dynamic. That's the fight. So a lot of them are kind of like revenge because in the film they talk about that. It's like revenge there. And then there's people, it's a novelty. Oh, I can have a wolf, and a lot of the hunters were bragging about, here's my carpet, in the fireplace. This beautiful animal's now going to be laying in the fireplace as a rug. And yeah, novelty. So that's what
Yeah.
the talks about it. But the film stemmed from that February 2021 wolf hunt. And that's where it affected the tribe.